What's going on, guys? Today I want to introduce you guys to Quick Magic, which is a suitless mocap software. Now, traditionally you would have to purchase a suit, capture your mocap, and then clean it up and then apply it to your 3D subjects. However, this software makes it convenient for people like yourself and myself who aren't trying to spend thousands of dollars on a suit that actually only fits one person. So this is actually a really good solution for that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and dive too deep into all of the aesthetics of the website. I want you to go there and figure it all out, explore, and see what they have to offer. My job, really quick, is to show you the functionality of it and how easy it is to turn a video into motion capture. Now, once you get to the site, as you can see, there are a variety of options that we can utilize, but today we're just going to focus on the AI mocap. Now, all you have to do is select the video that you want to be the source that you want to take the motion from. Drag and drop that video into this section right here. Give it a minute to process. And boom, we have our video. Now you can also trim this video to get the sections that you want. Put the marker or the playhead to the end of the video that you want, and then hit that scissor button and it'll clip the end. I had a little difficulty trying to figure that part out, so you won't have to go through that because I already did. But as you can see now, we have our video up to the point that we want it to end. And then you're going to go on the right and you're going to pick which output format you want. I'm going with iClone because that's the software that I use, but you have a variety of options: Unreal Engine, Mixamo, Unity, I think standard FBX. But once you pick the format that you want, it's going to detect the person, and then all you have to do from there is hit next. It's going to bring up your next menu where you have a few options. You pick 2.0. For the new version, it's beta. But then right here, you can decide if you want to go low or high. The lower option is going to give you better movement, but iffy on the foot placement. The higher you go, it'll be better foot placement, but iffy on the movement. So I'm going to put it at 10 just to show you. And I advise for you to not use 10 because it comes out really janky. You can pick full body and hands, right? And then also the FPS and in place. Now that we've hit generate, as you can see with 10, you see how he's slipping and the fidelity isn't really there. So I suggest and I advise that you do not use 10. If you want smooth movement and you want good foot placement, then you got to kind of find your sweet spot. So now you can convert it, right? Go back, change your numbers around, pick what works best for you, and then hit generate. Give it a minute to generate. Now we have our video, and let's see what it looks like. I picked 3 this time, and yeah, this is looking a lot better. It's got some good movement. The foot placement is solid, but it's not all janky. So now that you decided that this is the export that you want, select download, and it's going to download your file. From here, we're going to go over into Character Creator. Now that we're in Character Creator, I'm going to bring a character in, and all you have to do is drag and drop that file onto the screen, and I select UE5 skeleton and leave pretty much everything else as is. Give it a minute to import, and here, that little warning is fine. If you encounter it, just click OK. It's not going to really affect anything. Now, I selected the first frame as T pose. So yeah. Yeah, her hair is a little crazy, but you see she's pretty much the animation is there. Let's go. She doing it. All right, so now you want to save this animation so that you can apply it to any other character. So you go over to your custom. If you're in character creator custom, go to animation, title it, and then hit save. And now you'll be able to apply this animation to any other character, and it'll also translate over to iClone. You see, we have the animation there now. Let's see. Get him. Get him. I like this. This is smooth. All right, now we're over in iClone, right? So I'm going to grab a completely different character. I think I want to go with maybe a stylized character. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, okay. Let's bring one of these stylized characters in. And then we're going to go over to custom, go back to animation where we put, well, where we saved the previous animation. And it's just as simple as dragging it and then dropping it onto your character. Right here. Yep. Wait, let me grab it, drag it, drop it. And boom. She getting to it. So the initial setup is very simple. The workflow is extremely user friendly. It's nothing really complicated. But what I want you to really notice is look how good the quick magic picked up the hand motions. You know, hand motions are typically one of the things that always get messed up or, it doesn't come out right. This isn't perfect. Obviously, it needs a little bit of cleanup, but this is a really, really, really good foundation to start with. Like the hands are really like shifting and changing similar to the video. You see? Look at that. This is a phenomenal technology that will really simplify your animation process. And mind you, I picked this dance video because I wanted something extreme to kind of like really test the limits of the software to see what it could and couldn't do, what it would grab and what it wouldn't. And right away, it's already given me a solid foundation. Look at that. That's beautiful. A lot of softwares say they're going to capture or they can convert video to mocap, but that's not always the case. So real quick, this isn't meant to be a long drawn out video on Real Illusion. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. Just so when we export it over into Unreal Engine, there's no clipping and you see how this wrist is all twisted back and it's like deformed. I want it to be as close as possible. And I'm not going to sit here and spend hours in perfecting every motion and every keyframe, but I'm going to do pretty much like a dry run just to simplify it and clean it up some so it looks better. So bear with me for a minute. All right. So now we've got it cleaned up substantially, not all the way. We're going to overwrite the old one because we've made changes, right? And now to test the theory, let's bring in another character and then we can drop the animation on them. And this will let us know if this is, if we can use this animation on any and every character. So I brought in this soldier. Let's go grab that animation again, drag and drop it. Now watch her drop it. Oh, we got to slide the animation over to the start of the timeline. Yeah, she ready. Let's go. Mink, mink, mink. Yeah. Yeah. This software is amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. And we just getting started. Like, so we just brought it into, character creator and iClone. I'm gonna do a little bit more cleanup while I talk to you. But we just bringing it in. Um, this is the start. And then once from here, we're gonna transfer everything over to Unreal Engine. And then you'll see like the final result, which was actually the beginning of the video. This is so I guess the only word that I can use for this is cool. So real quick, I'm going to make another character from scratch. This is why I love Real Illusion, because the characters that you make here are the equivalent of metahumans. So if you use the iClone format, you can bring it in here. The cleanup is a lot simpler. And then when you take it into Unreal Engine, you can retarget it to any character, other CC4 or CC5 characters, as well as any metahuman. They have the exact same rig. So that's the reason why I use the iClone workflow, because it's more of a universal take on things. I've also seen other tutorials where people use Mixamo, and it works really well with the Unreal Engine. So if you don't have iClone or CC5, you can just use the Mixamo output format, and it'll work really well in Unreal Engine. So here it is. We got Asia. We created her real quick, and we threw the animation on her. Looking good. Looking good. So now the next step is we want to take her and bring her into Unreal Engine and set our cameras up, make a quick scene, and then just test it. See how it translates from CC5 and iClone over into Unreal Engine. But so far, everything is looking really solid. You know, I'm completely satisfied with the results that I've gotten thus far. Now it's time to bring her into Unreal Engine. Just drag and drop her into the scene after you've imported her into UE. Scale her up a bit. Looking pretty good. Let's rotate her to face the camera. Now give me a second. I'm going to set the lighting up using Lightforge 2. Let's get it all set up. I'm going to bring in another character just so I can show you how this animation will apply to both characters. So now that we have her in Unreal Engine, we've added a sequence through the animation on her. And as you can see, the animation works on her as well as the other character, and it will also be able to be retargeted to any metahuman. So at the end of the day, this software is really effective. So make sure you guys go sign up. And when you do, use my promo code IMVisuals, and you will receive an additional 70 credits when you sign up that you can use for animations. Now, mind you, one animation is roughly 30 credits. So what you waiting on? This will really simplify your workflow and allow you to create some amazing things. Let's go.